Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your monthly reading for the month of February. Okay, and this will be for the sign of... Oh, that one doesn't want to come out. How interesting. Okay, we'll take that one. Oh, it's Capricorn. Okay, Cappies. This one's for you. Now, before I go any further, I want to say a huge thank you for your support and your love and your kindness. I still feel very humbled by some of the things that I hear and the messages you send me, especially when I'm having so many of you coming back and talking about the readings. That just is so beautiful to know that I'm, bringing you the messages you need to hear. I want to say that first. But I also want to say that these readings are only general. They're not like a personal reading. So if they don't resonate, it's because they weren't meant for you. So please do yourself a favor, move on. Don't worry about it if it doesn't resonate, if you don't want an ex back, if you don't want a person in your life, whatever it happens to be. The best thing you can do is go and get yourself a personal reading. If you're unsure of who to get a reading from, then, listen to a few different readers and see which one does resonate with you and go after them. You'll know if it's right. I'm using the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot here. That's really tongue twisty. Okay, so we have the moon coming out here. So some of you may be dealing with Pisces and Cancer. There appears to be some sadness or you've had to turn your back on something here from the past. You're not really moving on though. It seems that you're still quite focused on this pain or this hurt and not seeing that you have love in front of you here. Trying to seek some balance here, but not knowing all of the details, not knowing what's going on. Could be dealing with a water sign here. Your intuition is strongly represented here with the moon as well. What it feels like to me here, the energy is, it's like something's happened that you don't have all the information on. And I feel that things are still being hidden from view. And because you don't have the information, perhaps you're still focusing on the past because you can't really understand what happened. And you don't really know what happened. And because of that, you're stuck in this past energy. We seem to have this idea as human beings that we need to have closure. And we don't necessarily need to have closure. We can bring in our own closure. Yes, it may still make us think that we know about something that happened in the past, but you don't need to know to leave it behind. And if it's creating drama, creating pain for you, or sadness where you're having difficulty pulling away, then working on releasing that energy is so important to you. But let's get a bit more information. Oh, ouch. Okay. So there seems to be some anxiety here about something in the past that you have been unable to let go of. Now, this may not necessarily be a situation. This may be a way of doing things, a way of thinking. Sometimes when this card comes up, you're having very potent, vivid, lucid dreams. It could be that you are reliving, refeeling, unable to let go of an attachment. But it also can be that, something from your past is sort of sitting there trying to be moved on. You are coming up as the King of Pentacles here. You could be dealing with an earth sign, but I strongly feel this is you. And I feel that it's like you're focusing on the material things in life at the moment rather than the emotion. You're trying to keep yourself focused on things. Yeah, trying to get clarity here. I will read over this as well. Queen of Wands coming in here. Some of you may have been dealing with someone who left you behind for another relationship here. Others of you may be coming out of this energy to meet someone new here. I feel like for some of you, you're coming out of this energy in the month of February and moving into this beautiful brand new energy of really sort of falling in place and really understanding, letting go of this stress and anxiety here and moving into a new place. So February for me, looking at this, is about letting go of things that have troubled you, things that you find difficult to let go of. Sometimes maybe you become very emotionally sort of caught up in things that you shouldn't. It's about you learning how to be more grounded, how to be more structured, and also being okay with cutting things out of your life that no longer serve you. It's okay. If something's causing you stress and worry, doesn't matter who it is. It could be family, friends, people around you, people in business here. Cut them out. You don't have to deal with people. We seem to have this learning from childhood that we have to put up with things that we shouldn't have to. And as an adult, I'm here to tell you that if something isn't right for you, and if something is pulling you back, if something is holding you or got you locked into the past here, then you have every right to be able to turn your back on this and move forward. Okay, Three of Pentacles. So for some of you, this is definitely a work situation. You could have been in a situation at work where something has happened in the past and you've been unable to let go of it. Sometimes people can be manipulative, very clever, very cunning, and can do some really deep damage to you before you realise that the damage is deep. Especially if it's very covertly narcissistic. So you could have been dealing with someone who was very underhand here, and you started to move away from something. See, I feel that you could have been, or this person could be keeping an eye on you here, or you be keeping an eye on them. This is the decision here. Swords, swords, swords. So the universe is strongly saying to you, if it doesn't serve you, cut it away, get rid of it, cut it out of your life. Find your clarity, find your purpose, find your vision, know who you are and move forward. Wow, because you are the Magician. Someone who's jealous and spiteful and bitter here and holding you back from something you deserve to have. We have the Page of Wands as well. Okay, and the Page of Cups. How very, very interesting. All right, I'm going to do some clarifying here. Something is still unknown here. There's some sadness from the past that has you a little bit locked in, a little bit of regret, remorse, something that's not allowing you to move forward. You have balance here, so you are trying to find your balance. Some of you could be dealing with water signs, but I strongly feel this is you now with this intuition, locking into your intuition, locking into your feelings, and trying to understand why perhaps you accept or put up with things that aren't good for you or do not serve you. I feel that you've been perhaps going through a time where you've either been working with someone or dealing with someone who perhaps doesn't serve your greater good. Maybe they're a little jealous, maybe they're a little spiteful, but I feel like they're handing you stuff that's making you question your own integrity here. If that is the case and you're dealing with someone like this, yes, sure, you should do your homework first. Yes, sure, you should front up the person and say what you need to say. There's a brand new start. The Fool just jumped out on me here. But I feel like it's time to make decisions about who you allow in your life and who you cut out. You know, I hear people say all the time, you know, that they have family and friends around who really do not support them. And I'm like, why are you around? If that's the case, look, you have the Hermit, and there's the Fool card again, which jumped out at me before. And we do have this card of the Cup. So it's very possible here that you could be choosing to move away from something, even though somebody's offering you something. It's almost like somebody's offering you something that comes with conditions here. You're being offered something. This person wants to do this, but I feel like this person is manipulative, cunning, and spiteful. And I feel like they're offering you something with a lot of conditions, or you know there's going to be conditions with this. And I feel like in order to move forward, you have your abundance here. You have the tools to do what you want to do, either by yourself or without the help of others. So while we all strongly encourage this sense of community, there are times here where you have to learn to look deep inside and make the choice to walk away from something that does not serve you. Strong energy there with those last three cards. All right, let's pull you an oracle card. Okay, we have the card of why. Isn't that interesting? So let me just read you a little bit of this because I think it is important you hear it this morning or whenever you're watching the video. This is about motives, driving intention, and the power of knowing the why. There is great power in understanding your motives right now. The Oracle asks you to be very clear about why you're asking this question, looking for this answer, behaving in this way, and most important, making this choice. Knowing your why is the key to fulfillment. When you are clear about it, your intention will then be a magnet for miracles. Motives define the nature of your experience. When you think about something, feel it, and then act on it. The invisible why is the life force energy within the seed which brings to life and holds the potential for growth. So maybe the question you need to ask yourself here is, why are you dealing with a situation that causes you no end of regret and remorse? Have a wonderful month.